Go ahead.
Welcome to a new episode of Get the Food Out of Here. Facebook is going crazy today. I'm having espresso because we're having dessert.
That's right. We're making panna cotta.
We're making a very delicious Italian dessert. Panna cotta means cooked cream. It's so easy to make. Why wouldn't you make this, right, Chris?
It's so easy.
And what's best about it? You don't have to bake it.
Right.
It's an unbaked product.
True. It's chilled.
Chill, will you? Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to show you how to make this so quick, it's going to make your head spin.
Guys, please share this.
Please share this, because Facebook is... They're out to get me. What's that? What?
Use that.
All right.
Use this.
For what?
To put the water in and then scoop it. You don't do that.
Oh, my God. Somebody help me here. You know what you are?
What am I?
You're the most beautiful woman around. 3 tablespoons of tap water. Cool. Remember cool water?
No.
Because you weren't cool. Okay, 3 tablespoons of cool water. Mixed with 2 teaspoons of gelatin.
Powdered, unflavored gelatin.
Knox. Like Fort Knox. Why do they have to name it Knox?
Now you sprinkle it on top.
Look, show.
You don't mix it in. You just sprinkle it on top.
It's a gelatin. All it's doing is adding texture.
No, it's not.
To the cream.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not adding texture.
Yes.
It's making it congeal.
That's texture.
No, it's not.
Unbelievable. When things congeal, it changes its texture.
Giving something texture means that it's giving it something crunchy or something chewy. It doesn't mean that it's making it get solid.
I'd like to give you something crunchy in a minute. Knox. Just make it N-O-X. I know the K. There's no reason to put it. Anyway, Knox unflavored gelatin. So look what it's doing.
So you got 3 tablespoons of cool water and 2 teaspoons of powdered gelatin sprinkled on top. You let that bloom for 5 minutes.
We're just going to put it onto the side.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're going to get 1.5 cups of heavy cream.
Put it in a saucepan.
We'll put it in a saucepan. I like the way you say sauce. Like Sausalito. 1.5 cups of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of just sugar, granulated sugar.
White sugar.
Yeah, white sugar. Now what you have to do with this is bring it to a boil.
No, you don't bring it to a boil.
You got to bring it to some bubbles.
Simmer.
So look, we're going to mix it.
You have to mix it and let it come to a simmer on medium heat. So that there's bubbles around the edges. That means that the sugar is dissolved.
Right. The sugar has to be dissolved. But don't bring it to like a rapid boil because cream burns.
Yes, it scalds and it's no good.
Oh, it's scalding. Okay. So while that's happening, just for a minute, the best thing to make with this is caramel sauce. Right, Christine?
I like the caramel sauce.
Oh, I love a good caramel sauce. So, we got to make sure this is being stirred. But we're going to start a caramel sauce. 3 tablespoons
of salted butter.
Salted
butter.
That's 2. I did 2 instead of 3. See that? That's why you got to count.
I'm not surprised.
You got to know how to count in this business. Okay? And now you just melt that.
You melt it. You don't let it come brown. Don't let it become brown.
Don't burn the butter. Don't burn the butter. Okay. So now all you have is this heavy cream with 1/4 cup of sugar.
And now you're just basically dissolving the sugar.
This is where they say it's cooked. This is the cotta and the panna cotta, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really cooked. It's like heated. I'm against it. They should rename it. Instead of panna cotta, they should say panna heated.
I want me to rename you. To shut your face.
Shut your face, okay? Okay, so this is over a medium heat. We're going to melt the butter. The next thing we have is when the panna cotta comes to a little bit of a boil, we're going to put it in. Look what the gel, you see? Look.
It bloomed.
It bloomed.
That means that it just absorbed all the water.
Right. So now, this is almost done. This is almost done. Did you know that, Christine?
I know because I've made it before.
I know you've made it before, but not as good as I make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because I do it with love.
Yeah.
You do it with angst.
I do it with anger.
Hey. Okay.
Saltiness.
Look. You see how it's slightly bubbling?
Yep.
That's done. Now we take it and we add it to the gelatin.
You don't whisk it vigorously.
No.
Slowly. You don't want a lot of bubbles. You should have put a mat under there.
Yeah. Okay, but the heat from this melts the gelatin.
Right.
And it congeals it for texture.
Oh.
See, you're fighting me on the texture, aren't you? Okay, you see this? Don't whip it.
Just mix it.
Just mix it.
You don't
Look. Look how nice.
Very nice.
Look how nice.
Okay.
Now we're going to add some milk. Let's check on the butter. I'm going to move the butter here.
Okay, close the other one.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, honey. You like guys who call girls honey? Hey, honey. Okay, a half a cup of milk. Okay, whole milk. Not half milk.
This should be fun. I'm sure that's a half cup.
What? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know.
That's about a half a cup.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, look, we pour it in. We mix it. The panna cotta is done.
No, it's not.
It's not done. We need vanilla. Okay. We have this beautiful vanilla.
That's from Williams Sonoma.
Oh, this must be...
Very expensive.
Yeah, I don't like it already. A teaspoon of vanilla. Now, some people add, instead of vanilla, like coffee. But you're having it with coffee.
Or you could put chocolate in it.
Chocolate? Where did you get this accent? Overnight? Huh? Maybe Winston Churchill was here.
You want me to say chocolate?
Yeah, that's the girl I married. Not chocolate. Maybe I'll wrap you like a chocolate. Okay, now the butter is melted.
Wait, did you put the vanilla in? I didn't even know.
I did put the vanilla in.
Okay.
Well, you were chocolating.
Okay.
Now you get, to make a simple caramel sauce, 3 tablespoons of como se llama.
Of salted butter.
Salted butter, that's what I meant. Now a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. How come you taste so good now? 1/4 cup brown sugar. Light brown sugar.
Yes.
We incorporate it with the butter. Say butter.
Butter.
Yeah. Okay. That is no way that this, with just the butter and the sugar, melts right. So what is your trick that you do?
Make sure it's a nice medium. Don't make it low.
Right. What do you do? What's your trick?
It's very hard for that sugar to melt into the butter. I put 1 tablespoon of water into there.
What do you use?
Water. You want me to say water?
Water. 1 tablespoon of water in the caramel.
Yeah, I didn't hear the shush, which means it's not hot enough.
It shushed.
I'm sure we shush.
Okay. So the caramel now with the water will melt it.
That's what really dissolves the sugar in there. That water.
Right. Now, honey, it's brought to a boil.
Now you put in 1/4 cup of heavy cream.
Okay. I got to do this fast. Where's the heavy cream? Oh, you should have had it out. 1/4 cup heavy cream. Honey? What's a 1/4 cup? That's a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
1/4 cup heavy cream. And we're done. That's a caramel sauce.
Let me see.
We bring it back to a little boil?
Yeah.
Bring it back. Just a bubble.
Yeah, you just want a little bubble. Now, the thing with this is, that you have to cool this down completely before putting it on the panna cotta, or it will melt it. So it has to be room temperature when you put it on. Don't put it in the refrigerator, it'll get too thick. Room temperature.
When your kids ate Sunday dinner, right? And then they're going to run out. Like, we got to go out, you know? And you turn around and go, oh, I made some panna cotta. They sit right back down. Okay? Now, this came back
All right, now you can
to a little bit of a burl.
turn it off and it's done.
You like the burl? Look at that. That is a caramel sauce.
Yep. That's perfect. And all you got to do is let that come to room temp, and then you drizzle it on your panna cotta.
Drizzle my nizzle. Now, you could make this simple sauce for pork chops.
I wanted you to throw a little salt in there. Let's make it a salted caramel.
Ooh, salty. You're a salty girl, aren't you?
Because it's sweet.
Yes, look what I'm just doing.
That's it.
The world's worst salt shaker.
It's not a salt shaker.
I don't know what it is. It's horrible. But you can make this caramel sauce and just have it for apple pies when you go apple picking. Just drizzled over sliced apples, ice cream, anything.
It's great on a pork roast, but just put a little bit more salt in it.
Okay, so this has to cool down.
To room temperature.
Right. So what we're going to do is we are going to fill our little ramekins.
Yes, 3.5 ounce ramekins. 6 of them it should take.
6.
Right.
I'm going to just pour it in.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh.
It's easier to pour into the ramekins if you put it into that cup.
Because I know.
I would have used the ladle, but
You would have used the ladle and you would have been wrong.
no.
Okay? We made panna cotta right before your eyes. Look, look. Now, if you're having company,
Oh my word.
look at that. If you're having company, don't fill them that high. Because you don't want them to come back sometimes.
See this? This is why you use a ladle.
Shut your mouth. That's why you don't take a picture of that. Okay, so you could fill like 6 of these.
Look what he did.
Look at that. How beautiful. Look.
Stop! That's disgusting.
Shut your mouth. Now, these go in the refrigerator for 2 hours.
Yep.
And they gel because that's what the gelatin's for. So we did it. We got it.
We made some already, and we have some caramel that we let cool off to room temperature. There you go. You could unmold them if you want to. It's not necessary. You could also make a different kind of sauce with it. You can make an easy raspberry sauce. Some raspberries macerated in some sugar.
Oh,
Put it in the food processor and then just strain it to get out the seeds and drizzle that on it.
I've been macerating my whole life, honey. You know what I'm saying? So, this was the caramel sauce just brought down to room temperature.
Yep.
That's all it is. Now, I like a lot
Of
of
course you
caramel.
Also, if you wanted to throw some sliced almonds on that, it would be nice for texture.
Yeah, I know what texture is, honey.
Apparently, you do not.
You better watch yourself. Look at this. Look. Kids, we got some panna cotta. And then you know what? Kids will want to come home to this. Welcome back, panna cotta.
This is a... Go ahead.
Did you get that joke?
Yeah, I get it. There's some other good reasons to make it. If you got for Thanksgiving, it saves room in your oven. You can make them the night before.
Night before. Welcome back. Welcome back. Look at that. Look at that beautiful.
Oh, God. You drip it everywhere.
Mmm. Mmm.
All right.
Taste that.
I don't want to taste it.
What?
Show them without the caramel, the texture of it.
Oh. That's why. Look at that.
Move it closer, please. It's basically a custard.
It's a custard without an egg.
You know what else would be good? If you wanted to, instead of putting the vanilla in it, never use imitation flavored vanilla, ever. Use real vanilla extract. But if you want to even take it up a notch, use a vanilla bean, scrape it out, and put that in there.
That's a great idea. Look at this. Look how custardy that is. And meanwhile, there's no egg. It's just sweet cream. Sweet cream in the morning. That's it. That is your your beautiful holiday dessert. You get Thanksgiving dessert. You know why? Because this doesn't fill you up. It's just sweet cream.
Also, if you're still doing a couple of barbecues this year, this is good because you don't got to put on the oven.
That's true. So here we are. I just showed you how to make panna cotta in about 16 minutes. Gotta make this.
They serve this in the nicest Italian restaurants.
And you know what I love to do too? With the espresso, I take some panna cotta instead of cream and sugar, and I just mix it in my espresso. Or you could just mix it in your coffee in the morning, a nice dollop of this, and it just spreads the love. I'm Freddie Rubino. Buy a shirt at fredrubino.com to help support this show. Panna cotta. You don't have to go out to the restaurant anymore for panna cotta. You make your own. Fantastic. Very little ingredients. 14 minutes. Look at that.
Also, if you're keto, you could substitute the sugar for Splenda or stevia. Just look up the equal amount on Google.
Right. If you're making it keto and you're using a sugar substitute,
yeah, you got to look at the equivalent on Google.
It's a lot less.
Yeah, and you can make it without sugar, and it's good for keto.
Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that.
Just don't put the caramel sauce on it if you're keto.
And then the people are going to come over the house and go, Mano, you made your own panna cotta? Yeah. And you throw your Entenmann's in the garbage, okay? Freddie Rubino here. Do you love them, Christine?
I certainly do.
Please share this on all the cooking sites. There should be panna cotta sites. If I was the king. I love you guys. I'll see you Wednesday, question and answer Wednesday. And if you want any questions about this show, come to the cocktail party and you can ask me anything. I love you guys. Salud.